All right, welcome back to the Jason Gray Show. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Let's go ahead and talk about the Biden family. Let's talk about a little bit of China. Let's talk about a little bit of Ukraine. Let's just talk about some details here. So there was a big report that came out that there was a very large sum of money that came from Chinese energy firm that has some association with the Chinese government into the Biden family. It went through a company that Hunter was associated with, and then some money was deposited out to the Biden family right after that. This was in 2017, right after the Biden administration left office. Or, sorry, out of the Obama administration left office and Biden was vice president. So there's a gentleman, they're going to do an interview with him. His name is Rob Walker. This is going to be on March 24th with the subcommittee, and they're going to be talking to him. He's the gentleman that distributed this money, and they're going to be asking him, where was this money? Where did this money come from? Why was this money distributed out to the Bidens? And that could be, that could be a big piece of the puzzle here. You got Bob Aliski, who about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, said that the Bidens were corrupt, and the 10% extra money was going to the big guy who was Joe Biden, and then money was distributed out to his son Hunter and his brother. I can't remember his brother's name. Anyway, so that money was dumped out there. You got to ask yourself what China's getting in return for this money that they're giving out. And this is not the only thing that Hunter was involved with. He had an investment firm with China. He was supposed to sell off his portion or remove his role in this Chinese investment firm that he was associated with. And I don't think he's still done that to this day. You got to talk about the Ukrainian money that he was getting from that energy company. And you got to keep in mind, Hunter Biden had no technical, knowledge of these industries that he was involved with. So what kind of role, why was he getting paid $85,000 a month for his role with the Ukrainian energy company, right? And then remember, Biden went to Ukraine, this is back in 2016-17, and said, because there was an investigation on this energy company called Burisma, and Biden came out and said, it was a quick pro quo. What it was is saying either you fire the prosecuting attorney on this, or I'm not going to give you your money that you guys need in aid. Now, the mainstream media has not talked about this in depth, and the reason why it is there's this fight between the Republican Party and Democratic Party, and the news media, who's mainly Democratic Party, versus the Republican Party, which is only really Fox News, right? And so there's this big battle between these two, and it's shocking to me that our government's being corrupted through these influence peddling, things that they're doing, and the journalists are not talking about it because they're not allowed to, because it doesn't fit their narrative to progress their party leader. And it's got to be more about what's good for the country, not about a party. And I can't understand why they're not talking about it. And that's where YouTube has come into place, and where you have alternative media talk about these items, and you learn more from them than you do from the mainstream media. It's crazy to me that we talk about this. This even had to do with, COVID and everything like that. So the Biden family has had over 200 SARS reports issued to them. And most of you don't know what a SARS report is, but a SARS report is a report that the bank fills out when they get a deposit, and that they are they're worried about where the money came from. Was this came from a foreign country, or is it out of legal activity? And then the government's supposed to get these reports and then look into them and say, okay, do we need to look further into these? Now, they have over 200 of these. This is crazy. That's a huge amount of reports being issued by you as a family or as a couple group of people. Then you take a look at just 6 or 8 months ago, Hunter Biden drew on some art, and he had an art gallery sale, and these paintings sold for millions of dollars on this piece of crap art that he had. So you can't tell me that these foreign people came in and said, we'll buy this art, but we need your ear on helping us on getting something done with the U.S. government. You can't tell me that there is not some influence here is happening. And then, Biden's story has changed over the years. And what I mean by his story has changed, you remember they asked him, did you have any business dealings with your son, or did you know about his business dealings at all? And he said, no, I have no idea what's going on with his business dealings. And then come to find out, there's a photo here, there's a photo there, there's a photo with his other partner here. And so clearly he's lying, right? But again, journalists or the mainstream media will not talk about it because it doesn't fit their narrative. Now, let's talk about this. Biden's getting old, and the Democratic Party is going to realize here in the next 6 months or 8 months that they don't want Biden in the office. And what's going to happen is that's going to turn with the news. The Democratic Party is going to come in and tell the news companies, okay, lay down the law. Let's start releasing this information, and let's take them down, because we need so and so in office. Let it be Gavin Newsom or whoever it's going to be. They will lay down the law. Biden will not be your presidential elect for 2024 in the Democratic Party. Mark my words on it. It's not going to happen. Then you got to take a look at, if this stuff starts coming out, what does Biden have to do? He has to pardon literally his son and his brother and whoever his business dealings that's protected him all the way through on a pardon for any wrongdoing these people have done in the past. Can he pardon himself? I don't know, right? Maybe he can. I think he can actually pardon himself through any wrongdoings as well. It'll come down to the legacy of the Biden family as being a corrupt sellout of our U.S. government at some point in time. So anyways, hopefully you like this information. I want you to go ahead and like and subscribe. Give me your opinion, good or bad. You're on one side or the other. Go ahead and slam me with something if you're on the wrong side of me, and if you're on the right side of me, give me your opinion as well. Hopefully you like this video, like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.